Live from Sin City, it's the Socks and Pinstripes Podcast. And now, here's the star of the show, Giant Dr. Griffin!
This is Diet Dr. Griffin back with another episode of the Socks and Pinstripes Podcast. Today is 8/8/25 and also International Cat Day. Do you know that, Shane?
That's yes.
Yeah, I think you knew about it because I told you about it like 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
ago
Because you told
recording.
me about it like 2 seconds ago. I would have said that in cat too, but since you don't understand, I figured, might as well. So.
Yeah, I didn't know about it until I saw it on my calendar, and I need to thank Taylor for getting me that calendar for Christmas last year. It's a calendar about angry cats, and it's just like these awkward situations with the cat. Like one of them is this, like the thermometer goes where? And he's just got his eyes wide open. He looks more scared than angry. One of them is like turn on the freaking air conditioner. And stuff like that. I don't have it right in front of me here.
Have you read slash know about lolcats?
I think I've seen a little bit of it, but refresh me in the audience about it. They're not familiar.
So lolcats is, I guess, like the famous line is "I can has cheeseburgers," but it's basically like a whole entire skit slash sketches where they speak in their own English cat vernacular. But anyways, those people who created that translated the Bible into lolcats, and it is amazing.
Okay. Was not expecting Bible talk on International Cat Day.
Yeah.
Do you have any cats, Shane?
I don't have any cats. My ex had a gray tabby who would always sit on my chest in the morning and like purr in my face until I woke up, and then gave her like face scratches. That was like her favorite thing to do. And there's a cat adoption. It's called Paws, and there's a cat adoption place on one of the routes that I cover every week for work. And I played peekaboo with the kittens, and they go crazy. So,
Aw.
speaking of cats, someone actually owns a cat.
Yes, I own a lovely, lovely little cat named Sylvester. He's chilling out on the couch next to me as I'm recording here.
Nice.
Sometimes he likes to hop on my lap and be with me when I'm recording, but he knows not to make any noise.
Well, he's learned, Isn't he? He's a
from
Russian blue, right?
Yes, he's Russian blue, and he's learned from all the job interviews and stuff that I've had, just to
Nice.
not get in the way and stuff on the camera.
Yeah, he knows, he knows.
He knows. But even so, sometimes he'll get on there and they'll kind of think it's cute and funny.
So all the cats I make it like a point to get to know all the cats on all my routes. And on one of the routes, there's a calico, a Russian blue, and a tabby. And they all live in the houses on one alleyway. And every time I'm walking down the alleyway at a certain time of day, I'll see all three of them. But most of the time, I just see the Russian blue at this specific house. And it is like a cat that has smoked 1,000 cigarettes for 1,000 years because it can't really meow. So every time it sees me, it gets super excited, does the little feet stompies and the tail twitch, and then goes, because it can't meow. It's the cutest thing ever.
Oh, there wasn't supposed to be a sound there. There was nothing that came through on the speaker. I was wondering.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. I don't think the microphone's going to pick it up, but it's just like it's like a breathy kind of like cough, basically, instead of a meow.
And well, there's not really a good transition from that because what we're going to talk about right now is our monthly update of our teams.
Non sequitur.
Yeah, it wasn't really a good transition there. So we're going straight into that. And just to recap, we did this on our July 3rd episode, or right around there. Last time your combined WAR was 47.2 and mine was 58.5.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if my team's doing too well, honestly. So,
Well, my team has suffered some season-ending injuries, so there's some room to catch up.
okay.
Let's start with the pitching, as we usually do. Your combined pitching WAR is 25.8,
All right.
and my combined pitching WAR is also 25.8.
Okay, like that. We're off to a good start so far.
So each of us improved from last time. Your pitching WAR last time was 21.2, and mine was 20.5.
Okay.
Some big moves in my team is that Felix Bautista is injured.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Clase is on gambling leave. And
Yeah.
I was reported this week that both Ortiz and Clase's lockers were cleaned out of the Guardians locker room.
Whoa, no
Yeah, so
crap or
they're
whatever.
both
Yeah.
donezo. I know that like
Wow.
Clase is
So
supposed to be
wait,
back.
can Class A get a hold of Otani's lawyer? Because that might be a good thing for him. So,
No, I mean Emmanuel Clase isn't the face of the sport.
yeah.
He
But you
isn't
can
he
still
isn't
get
Michael
Otani's lawyer, so he doesn't have to get like fired.
no,
So,
he isn't Michael Jordan who can get a 2-year retirement instead of a gambling suspension.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's too bad.
I'm saying that.
Yeah.
He's a known gambler.
Man, dude, Class A, they cleaned out his stuff too. Wow. All
Yeah.
right.
And Schwellenbach is out for the year, and Cole Reagans, I don't know when he's coming back, if he's coming back.
Wow. So are they not going to allow him to play, period? Or
Well, he's still rehabbing his
Class
injury.
A? Class A. I'm
Oh,
still
Class
not over
A,
Class A right now.
I'm sorry. Class A is, I believe, under investigation until the end of the month.
Okay, but they cleaned out his locker, which kind of means that he's probably being indicted for something. So
He's probably going to get banned for life. Is probably what's going to happen.
really,
Well, I mean, that's likely what's going to happen with any of these gambling guys. And that's what happened in the NBA when
that's
those
kind of a
guys
bummer.
got caught gambling in similar situations. They're going to be done
Yeah,
because they're
I
not the star of
say,
the sport.
yeah, we allow our senators to do it. We should allow our professional athletes to do it. So
Well, insider trading is only legal if you're in Congress.
yeah, obviously. So
But there have been some interesting transitions with the trading deadline because now Cade Smith is the closer of the Guardians. Griffin Jax is now the setup man in Tampa. Mason Miller is basically the setup man to Robert Suarez in San Diego. And then on your team, Johan Duran, he's officially the closer now in Philly after getting
oh,
traded.
let's go, Yon Duran.
And Michael King, who's been injured for a long time, is expected to start tomorrow against the Red Sox.
Okay, Michael, making your comeback, boy. I love it.
Yeah. So on the hitting side, you're at 32.9 and I'm at 44.
Damn it. All right, well, I gained 6 points, so that's not bad.
Yeah. So you've actually narrowed the gap from 11.3 last time to 11.1.
All right, let's go, baby. Michael, have a good rest of the season. So
Let's see. Luis Garcia is back up to 0,
there
and
we
Mark
go.
Vientos is at negative 0.9.
Yeah, Vientos was it's a malo choice for me. So
And Cedric Mullins got traded, so he's not. I don't. Is he an everyday player where he went? I don't even remember where he got traded to. Was it Philly?
the New York Mets, speaking
Oh, the
of
Mets. The
Vientos,
Mets.
yeah, Mets. They were talking about platooning him. He can earn the everyday spot, but he's got to earn it. But he's probably going to platoon with whoever was playing center before he got there.
Isn't that
So.
Nimmo?
I thought Nimmo was in
Then
one of the
moving to left
corners,
field. Oh, okay.
but
Is
yeah,
that maybe Starling Marte?
yeah, I think
Is he still
Starling.
there?
Yeah. Or
Wow.
I don't know. Don't quote me on any of this, but I know that they were talking about platooning him against what is he? He bats left, right? So against lefties or something like that.
I think.
Yeah. So they're talking about platooning him against lefties, but if he bats well against lefties, then he was gonna earn the everyday spot, is what the last I heard about it. So
Well, Cedric Mullins started tonight in center field. with Nimmo starting in left. And it's kind of funny because the Mets gave Nimmo like an 8-year, $160 million contract to be their center fielder.
Yeah, which I was really surprised by. So
Well, it's a Boris client, and Cohen was in his spending crazy phase
yeah.
before David Stearns came along and kind of righted the ship. He
Yeah, I
brought,
don't know how
uh,
Nimmo did, but Mullins went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So
well, Stearns brought his swagger from Milwaukee, and Milwaukee right now has the best record in all of baseball,
hmm, okay.
70 and 44.
That's right. They overtook my. Oh wait, Brew Crew's in the AL. Never mind.
NL. They used to be in the AL back when I was a
Oh
kid.
yeah, that's right. That's right. So they overtook my Cubbies, but the Cubs are still in the wild card, so it's all good.
Yeah, they have 66 wins. That's actually they actually have a better record than the Dodgers, even though they're
Huh.
in second place in their own division.
Dude, Houston put Josh Hader in for 2 innings, and they gave him the win. It's a 9-out close. That's a big boy close right there.
Yeah. You know who picked the Brewers to win the division in the NL this year?
You did.
I did. I did. I totally forgot that I did until I looked this
Yeah.
morning, but I did.
You know who pooped all over the Tigers in the AL Central?
I paid the Tigers to place in third, so I wasn't pooping all over them. But yes, the Tigers have been much better than expected. That happens.
Much better than expected. At one point in time, they had the best record in baseball.
Yeah, and then they all went like, and then they lost like 16 out of 17 games, something like that.
Yeah, well, everyone regresses to the average. Calm down, but they're still like only a couple games back from the best record. So,
Well, I can tell you one team that we were both really wrong about was the Toronto Blue Jays.
oh my goodness, could not have been more wrong
We
about
both
what
picked
it.
the Blue Jays to be in fourth place this year.
Yeah, okay, that just last place
And
in their division that checks out. So,
and the Blue Jays now have the best record in the American League at 68 and 48.
they 6 games above the regular season champions.
You mean the league, you mean?
No, the Yankees.
Oh, and the Yankees, they're
Yeah.
7 games ahead of the Yankees.
Yeah,
And the
they don't like
Yankees just
playing in the
lost.
post. They don't like once October happens, the Yankees give up. So
Well, they've been giving up now because I think they
Judge's
lost
Judge's
tonight.
forearm hurts a little bit. It hurts.
Well, outfielders do get Tommy John surgery from time to time, and they got to make sure his elbow's okay.
Riley Green, he's
Well,
having his first comeback year from he had Tommy John 2 years ago.
he had it on his non-throwing hand though.
So,
But
yeah,
I mean, Bryce Harper had Tommy John surgery on his hand. Carl Crawford had it
yeah.
after
Bryce Harper
rehabbing.
was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get Tommy John, come back in a record amount of time, lead my team through the playoffs, switch positions, and be one of the best at it, and still have Griffin hate me."
I don't hate him for how he is in the field. I hate him for how he is as a person.
No, okay, that's fair. So,
I got a question for you though, because you just brought
yeah,
up Aaron Judge here coming back from.
I just speaking of which, I just bought a pair of like the original. Remember when Bryce Harper got that deal with Under Armour to do baseball cleats?
No, I don't remember that.
Well, I just bought the first iteration of them for like $50, and they are comfortable as everyone knows what. So,
Send me a photo of them when we get done recording here. I like to see these shoes.
oh yeah, I'm joining the softball league for everyone who listens, if anyone does. So,
Do you have a set position yet, or did I ask that question last week and totally forget what you said?
hot corner, dude. I'm playing the hot corner right now. So,
All right, third
yeah.
base.
I took a ball off my shoulder and it didn't even hurt. I was like, "What?" And then I caught a fly ball in foul territory, so that was pretty nice.
No, you're gonna be a regular Manny Machado.
Oh yeah, well, without the attitude, probably. I already have less of an attitude.
I
I
don't
stand
know.
in front of the dugout and high five everyone as they come in. I don't think Manny Machado does that. So
No, Manny Machado does not do that. I don't know if you've watched any Padres games, but the one of the announcers for the Padres, when Manny makes a great play in the field, he'll say, "You got Machadoed." It's so cheesy.
I mean, so the other thing about that, which they might be referring to, is pan con machado is like a steak and cheese sandwich that is really good. So they
If
meant
it
that's what
wasn't a
they might be.
bald white guy saying it, I might be inclined to believe you.
Yeah, that's true. What was the question you were going to ask me?
Well, the question I was going to ask you was, do you think they should make Aaron Judge the permanent first baseman of the New York Yankees going forward?
Mm,
I'm not saying this year, but I'm saying like next year, would they make the transition in the same way that Bryce Harper did?
I and this is to quote one of our mutual friends, am a miserable person apparently when it comes to the
Oh,
Yankees.
okay, okay, here we go.
Yeah, and I personally don't see the same drive to win that in Aaron Judge that I see in Bryce Harper. And that's probably my own bias, and that's probably me being miserable, quote unquote. But I don't see him drastically changing his role on the team, especially at his age, just to come back from surgery earlier to contribute, if that makes any sense.
Well, nobody's saying he's getting surgery yet. He
Well,
just came back from the injured list. He's been rehabbing his injury. They might not need to get surgery.
so even if he doesn't get surgery, I don't foresee him changing his position to first base.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think they're going to look at it, but I tend to think that if he doesn't get the surgery, they probably will leave him in the outfield. But that could be a big mistake. I think just get him to first base.
Even if they do get the surgery, I think he still stays in the outfield. So
Well, eventually,
I think he's more of a Riley Green, and I think Bryce Harper is a very unique baseball player and a very driven baseball player to win on the Phillies because he's won a World Series already, and he knows what that feels like. And I think that's what drives
Bryce
him
never
to
won a
do.
World Series, dude.
I thought he won it on the Nationals.
No, he left with the Phillies was his first year. He was
Oh,
the first year of his contract. Bryce, it was addition by subtraction. Bryce was not on the 2019
okay, okay.
Nationals.
So he wants to win one even more badly now. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he wants to win one
he's
for
got a
himself.
fire under his butt. So
I think Aaron Judge is like the Jimmy Stewart of baseball players, where he's too much of like an aw shucks kind of nice guy. I don't think he has that a mean bone in his body. I think he's like that Derek Jeter mold, except he doesn't have the same. I think you're onto something
but
that he have a
Derek
competitive
Jeter had
fire.
that drive,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and I'm not
I
saying that
mean
like
I'm
Aaron Judge is a top professional athlete. I'm not saying he's not a driven person, but if you look at the difference between him and Bryce Harper and Derek Jeter, like you just see people who would literally like cut off a finger if it meant they could win a World Series.
I think he has the drive as well. I just think he's a little more low key and private about it. Whereas Stanton will be a little more vocal out in public.
Yeah, but Stan's a show player. I just think that like when you're comparing the Derek Jeters and the Mariano Rivera's for that matter, if we want to just go all Yankees, and the Kurt Schilling was a Yankee, the Andy Pettitts and like the great Yankees, like those guys would do anything to win. And Andy Pettitte was quiet about it too. But I just don't get that feeling from Aaron Judge. And that's probably just me not liking the Yankees, but I just don't see it from
Well, maybe he needs to get the eye of the tiger and talk to Apollo.
him.
So
Probably needs to talk
let's
to Andy Pettit about what it is to be awesome at their
well,
job. So
According to Roger Clemens, Andy misremembers things. So I don't know if you want to talk to him.
perfect. That's perfect. Even better.
So let's go back to the Toronto Blue Jays because they're basically the same team they were last year in terms of their roster. I mean, their big move this offseason was grabbing Anthony Santander, and I don't even think he's swinging a bat right now from his injury and hasn't swung a bat in like 2 months. I'm not even sure why I'm still holding on to him in an injury spot on my team because I don't even know if he's going to play again this year. And yet the
I
Blue
think
Jays,
you got what is it? Is Guzman? He's pitching, right?
Guzman.
Yeah.
I don't know of any Guzmans on the Blue Jays.
Oh, really? They
Gaussman,
traded.
Gaussman. You think?
Yeah.
Okay, wow, you got some flavor on that name there.
I believe that's how he says it, but yeah, I could be wrong on
There's
that.
no,
So
I mean, I thought it was like Gaus, not a Z, but
yeah,
I haven't heard him say his name, so
yeah, they're over there towards the French part. That's how they say it there. So
oh, we're gonna add some je ne sais quoi,
yeah,
whatever
of
that means. I
course.
don't know what it means,
I don't know what.
but the Red
And then you
Sox,
got Chris Bassett, and they both throw their whole bread and butter is that low fastball with a splitter. And when it works, it works, and when it doesn't, it doesn't, and it didn't last year.
yeah,
So I
it's
don't
just
know if they
well,
turned it
Gaussman
around.
hasn't been that much better this year than he was last year. He's been really hit or miss.
Uh, they
He's
must
kind
have
of
a
like a
pretty good.
better version of Zach Gallen, except if his splitter is working, he's going to be effective. If Gallen's curveball is working, he's going to be effective. But
Yeah,
just
they must have turned the bats around. Then everyone must be batting better than they did last year.
yeah, it's very strange with what's happened with this team because they're not really. I don't think they're the most talented team in the division, but yet here they are just putting it all together right now. The Red
Yeah, well,
Sox.
it's kind of easy when the pinstripes are basically like hunting. It seems like, and even though they're
Yeah,
not,
they've been a bit of
but
a free fall because of their pitching, their starting
yeah,
pitching just being so bad. Freed has come back down to earth, so has Rodon, and
yeah.
then they've just dealt with injuries from everybody else.
Didn't they deal Stroman somewhere too?
They released Stroman.
Yeah, he got picked
I
up.
don't know if he's been officially acquired by anybody. I doubt that anybody's going to require him because that would mean they'd pick up the remainder of his contract, which I think he's owed like 14 million this year, so
Well, at
whatever.
least he still gets paid. So
He'll still get paid, but they want the Yankees to be the one to have to pay it, not the other team, you know?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it looks like he's not anywhere. So
So right now, the Red Sox are second place at 64 and 52, and then the Yankees are 61 and 55.
hmm, okay,
Presently, it's the Red Sox are up in the wild card, and then the Mariners are a game back of them, and then the Yankees are a couple games back of the Mariners.
yeah, exactly where they should be.
Only a half game up on the Cleveland Guardians, who have been bouncing back here, and then one game above the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, dude, Rangers are playing pretty sneaky well right now. So
Yeah, yeah, they are. And
yeah, it's nice to see the Sox. I love a good Red Sox story. So that's my when it sucks
well,
when the Sox and the Mariners are both bad, it sucks because normally the Mariners never make the playoffs and the Red Sox do. So I always root for the Sox in the playoffs.
in the National League, you have the Cubs are having a 4 game lead in the wild card, and then you've got the Padres in second place, and then a game and a half behind the Padres are the Mets.
Yeah.
And then
METS, 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 Mets.
And then they have a 3 game lead, 3.5 game lead over the Cincinnati Reds and a 4.5 game lead over the Giants.
Yeah, they'll probably keep the lead over the Reds and the Giants, honestly, if
But
they just continue.
the Mets have been in a bit of a free fall. They're 1-9 in their last 10 and lost 5 in a row.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to stay that way. It's like the Yankees. The Yankees aren't going to continue to be bad. They're just having a bad month or whatever.
Well,
There's
what
still a
happened
whole
with
entire
the
month of September left. So
well, the thing is that the Mets rotation was really good early in the year, and then it's all just come crashing back. Clay Holmes has been terrible. Sean Manaea has been middling at best since coming back from his injury. Kodai Senga has too many control issues, and they don't have a good rotation.
yeah, and that will get fixed. So like the league adjusted to them. They look terrible right now, and then they'll adjust back to the league. It's kind of like how the Mariners look absolutely awesome right now. The league's going to adjust to them. They're going to have 2 weeks at the end of August that are bad. which are going to make them out of the wild card, and they're going to play really well towards the end of the year and hopefully not miss it by one game, but it's going to be like within a game if they make the playoffs or not. That's what they do every single year. It's so frustrating. And I hope that this year is different. I really, really do. But every single year, it's like beginning of August, everything's clicking. And they did a lot more this year than they have done in previous years, which makes me think that this year is going to be different. But so far, it's following the exact same narrative it's always followed, except for we managed to sweep the White Sox, which was great. But we also should have swept the Angels earlier instead of losing the series to them. And we should have swept the Athletics. And the problem with the Mariners, and the problem that always has been with the Mariners, is that they will not beat the two worst teams in their division, who happen to be some of the lower teams in all of baseball. And they, for whatever reason, they refuse to have a winning record against the teams they should have a winning record against. It's like when everyone got to play the White Sox last year. You know,
Yeah,
everyone who
you
played
got
the
to
White
take
Sox
advantage.
last year Everyone who played the White Sox last year seemed to have figured out how to get a bunch of wins against the White Sox and make the playoffs. And the Mariners refuse to do that against the Angels and the Athletics, and it's infuriating.
We're kind of seeing a similar situation with this year with the Rockies in the NL West,
Yeah.
where they get a good number of games against them, and the
And the
Rockies.
NL West is taking advantage of it. And that's like, it's like Mariners complain about this, that, and the other thing. Like the front office says, whatever it wants to say, but they won't beat the two worst teams in their division who happen to be in the bottom of baseball as well. They just won't do it. And it's confusing.
You know
So
what's funny is that the bottom of the AL West is actually better than the bottom of the NL West.
that's honestly, it
The
wasn't that way last year.
Diamondbacks,
So
the
yeah.
Diamondbacks are presently a half a game behind the LA Angels of Anaheim of Los
Okay.
Angeles in the records.
Nice.
The White Sox have officially won 42 games this year, which I believe is one more than they won all of last year.
Hell, and they still have a month to win another one. So
So, congratulations. You've already exceeded your win total from last year.
yeah, you get most improved this year.
Meanwhile, the Colorado Rockies are so far on pace to not have the worst record in all of baseball.
There we go. Good for the Rockies.
Well, I mean, baseball history. I mean, obviously, they're going to have the worst record this year out of anybody.
Yeah.
They are presently on pace to win 42.6 games. So 1.6 games more than the worst ever.
Okay. Good for them. And
So,
they don't get to draft till 11th because of the rules too. So
yeah. But they did draft Matt Holliday's other son. I think his name's Ethan Holiday.
okay.
So they drafted him this year.
Got a bunch of holidays on holiday in baseball. So
And now we haven't even talked about like the one of the big transactions of this week, because the Boston Red Sox, they locked up Roman Anthony for 8 years and $130 million.
ooh, they did. Okay. I feel
And
like
there's
that's a good thing for them to do. So
and in Julio Rodriguez style fashion, they put in similar contract incentives. So the contract can reach up to $230 million, but there's no way it's gonna realistically reach that, because he has to like place in a certain standing in this year's rookie of the year. He has to be either first or second in there.
hmm,
And then he also has to like win the MVP a bunch of times and make the All-Star game and not have like any down seasons.
oh, okay.
So I'm gonna look up AL
Interesting.
Rookie of
Yeah.
the Year.
That's a great so he signed a club friendly contract that he'll make a lot of money at and will make even more money at if he winds up being really good.
Yeah, right now he is projected second according to odds. Obviously the odds-on favorite to win Rookie of the Year right now is Nick Kurtz from the Athletics.
Yeah, he's been unconscious lately. So
Yeah, and he also got called up before Roman did too, so he got time to kind of work through some of the kinks, and it seems to take like a good couple of months at the major league level to really hit their stride.
yeah, and who's kind of dropped off is Jacob Wilson. He's been injured, but yeah, he he was playing lights out and then kind of got injured, and now he's kind of because he was in the running for Rookie of the Year too. But
Yeah, yeah, I think the injury pretty much derailed that, but he's still off to a great start for you for the Athletics.
yeah,
They
I want him to come back because him and Jeremy Pena are having like career shortstop years right now.
how are you doing on your fantasy team this week?
Well, I'm in fifth. I'm almost tied with Rough Cobs. I think my team's going to have a really big weekend. We'll see what actually happens. But I think I'm going to I feel good about making the playoffs, which is all I kind of really want to do and thought I wasn't going to do. So we'll see what happens. But I feel good. Looking optimistic. We can't all be in second place like you, but we can make the playoffs. So,
Well, I'm just trying not to lose 3 weeks in a row right now.
oh, nice. Are you about to lose again?
No, I'm not. I'm currently ahead 11-8, but it's hasn't this week hasn't gone as well as I would have hoped it has. But I
Yeah.
think I can pull this out. But I've actually done okay in the special league. I am only 1, 2, and 2
Huh,
in
okay.
my
There
five
you
weeks, my 4.5 weeks of running this league, and I am presently.
go. Dude, GDP is getting beat down right
Yes,
now.
yes.
So,
GDP and Andrew are having bad weeks, getting beat up by Taylor and Taylor's daughter. Taylor's
that is a smackdown. This is so it's Friday. Rough Cobbs is at 62 innings, and he picked up a pitcher today to pitch.
our league encourages pitching.
Yeah,
Whereas,
apparently. I
whereas the
mean,
special league,
I'm
you
looking at
have
it
to.
right now. So,
Whereas in the special league, you have to basically try to hit 40 innings on the nose and then not go any over because hits and walks and whip are all different categories in this league. I don't get it.
I
But
can't believe I
that's we've
dropped.
we've had this conversation before. We've had this conversation before.
I need Christian Walker to just have a great rest of the year. So,
Oh, I'm at the point where I'm getting some injuries and I'm just like going with some hot hands
yeah,
of people. I
my
still have
pitchers are all coming back. So, my strategy is working. I planned on being full strength the last couple of weeks, and so far it looks like I'm on track. So,
I'm just hoping my team. I'm hoping Cole Reagans and Shane McClanahan come back. I'm not optimistic either of them are going to do anything for me this year.
Shane McClanahan. Yo, dude, Slade Ciccone is pitching so well for the Guardians right now.
I don't know if he's pitching so well. Why don't you have him on your team?
I got him. I
Oh, you
do.
do? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was one of those.
Only 29% rostered. What more do you want, baby?
He's probably not even rostered in the special league.
Probably not.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I just need to say this about some of the managers in the special league. Would you believe that? Okay, I managed to one of the first moves did as a manager of this team.
Yeah.
I went and picked up Shea Bangaliers off the bench,
Oh,
off
dude,
the waiver
he
wire.
hit 3 home runs the other day. So
Yes, he did, and he was injured at the time.
yeah,
Was injured at the time.
actually second time in his career that he hit 3 home runs. I don't remember when the first one was, but yeah,
So I did pick him up off of injury, but he was due to come back like the following Monday.
yeah,
And do you want to guess how many times he had been dropped before I picked him up?
a trillion because Bangaliers only hits bangers, not singles. So
He was dropped 4 times.
yeah, makes sense.
Our
No
the, our
vision, no
manager,
vision,
our
absolutely no
manager who
vision.
has Sylvester's trying to bite something here. If you can hear that. Um, yeah, our
It is
manager
National
who,
Cat Day, so he deserves a free pass
yes,
on
he
this one
does.
too.
Yes, he does. But our manager who has Shea and is our good friend Jeff here, he's kept them all year and he still has like four catchers on his team and he's kept Shea.
Yeah, but he also has maybe the AL MVP in Cal Raleigh. So
Yeah. Yeah, he has Cal and he has Shea.
that's all
But
you need.
I
All you need
I
is Cal Raleigh, and then you can have all the catchers you want after that.
I feel like our league has like more managers where they will hold on to players and they'll pick up players. In the other league, they will literally drop you because you don't have a game on Thursday. And that's how I've
Yeah,
gotten some of the guys that I've managed to get on my team. They're just very
that seems
short-sighted, which is
pretty
odd because
ridiculous.
they have keepers.
Yeah, seems pretty
So,
ridiculous.
yeah. So, do you have any closing remarks for the show today?
Oh yeah, I do actually. I was looking up obscure rules of baseball, and one of the rule 6.09H, is if a fielder deflects a fair ball into the stands, it counts as a home run, unless the deflection somehow manages to occur 200 feet or closer to home plate, in which case all runners only advance two bases.
Wow, that seems like a very specific example. I wonder what Creative Park had the 200-foot out wall.
Yeah, I'm sure it was in the 18 or in the 19th century at some
I
point in
always
time.
think
But yeah.
when you'd say stuff like hitting a fielder, I always think of Jose Canseco
Oh yeah, yeah,
ball hitting him in the head.
yeah.
Also, fun fact, Jose Canseco was an outfielder who had Tommy John surgery, and he did that because he was pitching in relief in a ball game. He wanted to pitch so badly,
Classic.
and he got Tommy John surgery as a result of it. So
But
on
anyways,
that,
that's why when it hits off of an outfielder and goes over the fence, it counts as a home run. So
yes. Yes,
yeah.
and on that note, we'll see you guys next week.
All right, bye now.